Hello, Henrico learners. This is Ms. Boadar, the Educational Specialist for Elementary Math. Today, we will be talking about adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. Our learning target for the day is I can use models to add and subtract fractions with like denominators. Let's take a look at these pizzas. I can see fractions represented on each of the pizza pans in this picture. On the first picture, I see 1 out of 4 pieces. On the second picture, I see 2 out of 4 pieces. Both of the pizzas were cut into 4 slices, so the denominator in both of these fractions is 4. If I am adding fractions that have the same denominator, in this case 4, my denominator will stay the same in my sum. When I'm adding fractions with like denominators, I can simply count the pieces. I can see 1, 2, 3 slices of pizza. So I have 3/4 of a pizza. I could also move my pieces together onto one pizza pan so that I could see the total fraction. 1/4 plus 2/4 equals 3/4. Let's try another one. This pizza is not cut into fourths. This pizza has been cut into 8 slices or eighths. Both fractions still have the same denominator. This time the denominator is 8. In my first fraction, I see 1/8. In my second fraction, I see 4/8. If I add these together, I will still have eighths. I simply need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or slide them all together into one pan to see that I have 5/8 of a pizza. Let's try some examples that aren't pizza. I see a fraction shaded to show 4/8 and another fraction shaded to show 2/8. When I add these together, my denominator will stay 8. I can simply count my pieces and see that there are 6/8 shaded. One more example with rectangles this time. Our first picture shows 3/6 shaded. Our second picture shows 2/6 shaded. If I'm adding fractions with like or common denominators, my denominator will remain the same. In my sum, the denominator will be 6. If I count the pink shaded pieces, I can see that there are 5 pieces shaded, so my sum is 5/6. When I subtract fractions with common denominators, the process is very much the same. I see that the first picture has 3/6 shaded, and the second picture has 1/6 shaded. So when I subtract, my denominator will still be 6. In order to subtract, I can cross out the pieces that are the same in both pictures. Now I can see in the first picture that there are 2 pieces that are shaded that I did not cross out. So 3/6 minus 1/6 is 2/6. One final example with rectangles. I have 5/10 shaded in the first picture and 2/10 shaded in the second picture. Because I am subtracting fractions with like denominators, my denominator will stay the same in my difference. So my denominator will be 10. If I cross out the parts that are the same in both pictures, I can see that there are still 3 shaded portions in the first picture. So 5/10 minus 2/10 is 3/10.